We caught a government department blocking access to a rebel story on refugees. So we did a Freedom of Information investigation, and normally this is where I say, and now we can bring you the full story, but instead, I can't. We found out government bureaucrats were making sure the full story never sees the light of day. Back in September, we found out through exclusive access to information documents that the Trudeau Liberals were giving $50,000 in cash benefits per year to each migrant family that enters into Canada. We thought, of course, this is outrageous, especially given the fact that Trudeau had told Canadian veterans that they were asking for more than he was willing to give them. So we started a petition at 50,000.ca. We were asking the Minister of Defense, Harjit Sajjan, and the Minister of Immigration, Ahmed Hassan, just to treat our military veterans better than migrants. It was a fairly innocuous and pretty mainstream position to take, if you ask me. But right after we launched the petition, we received a tip from someone who works in the belly of the Alberta government beast. The tipster sent us an email and screenshots showing us that our website at 50,000.ca was being blocked by Alberta Health Services. So Ezra tweeted out those screenshots sent to us by the tipster, and the internet went crazy. Although it was hardly a surprise to me that the same far left-wing government that had me removed from attending a press conference at the legislature with the help of an armed sheriff would block our website on their government servers. We waited a day or two or three, and then we filed a Freedom of Information request because we wanted to know how it came to be that our website was blocked. And we wanted to know what the AHS bureaucrats were doing after the news of this government censorship all became public. What we discovered was this sort of panicky back and forth we've all come to expect from those who work for the government, except there's one very incriminating, very short email mixed in amongst it all. That email makes it clear. The government is trying to avoid the full story from ever coming to light, and I'll show you that today in this Freedom of Information document package. I went through the information package. It's sort of out of order as far as the timeline goes, but I'll try to put it back in order for you. And like always, we will attach the documents so that you can read through them and see for yourself. At 10:32 a.m. on the morning of September 12th, 2018, some bureaucrat whose sole job it is to monitor social media chit-chat about Alberta Health Services noticed that the boss had tweeted this. First, Rachel Notley sent an armed sheriff to stop Sheila from entering the legislature. That didn't work. Now Notley has ordered AHS to block our website from hospital Wi-Fi across Alberta. Pretty Venezuelan of her, if you ask me. Bureaucrats didn't seem concerned. They said the tweet wasn't getting a lot of attention, although just 7 minutes later, they said it was blowing up, and that's when the panic set in. Dozens of emails roll back and forth looking for reasons why the site is being blocked. One email suggests that our website is being caught up in an algorithm that flagged our website as spam. At 10:51 in the morning, a bureaucrat replies, "It looks like there are valid reasons due to the content of the site," confirming that now. Content. Content like questioning the amount of spending the government is giving to migrants, illegal or otherwise, versus our soldiers. That's problematic now for the government. At 10:52, another bureaucrat writes, "My suggestion would be not to respond to this." By 10:54, though, I smell a cover-up. Yet another bureaucrat who may or may not be wise to my special affinity for filing Freedom of Information requests writes, "We should take this offline to discuss." Take it offline? Why would anybody take it offline? This is an important discussion, and there should be a paper trail. The only reason to take this discussion offline about blocking our website is to obscure the real discussion and the real reasoning. Take it offline if you want to block the truth. Another email on page 17 at 12:24 the very same day. Just got an update by IT. The third-party vendor, unprompted by us, is saying that because this is not spam that's being pushed out to staff and the link goes to a media outlet, there is a possibility this site will be unblocked within 24 hours. So it was spam, and then it wasn't spam. It was bad content, then it was okay. I also found out in this document dump, Ezra's one tweet about Alberta Health Services blocking our website sent AHS media people into some sort of freakout mode for nearly 24 hours. The next morning, I can see on an email on page 35, AHS media people are still monitoring social media activity about Ezra's one tweet. Strangely enough, the bureaucrats who gave us this document package have redacted all the social media accounts that they use to monitor and gauge public outrage, including their own public Twitter account. It's weird. Ezra accused them of being Venezuelan, and then they just go and act like the Venezuelan government in response. Self-awareness is very hard. This attempt, though, to hide whatever is going on in these offices from public scrutiny is something the NDP government has had their knuckles rapped for in the past by Alberta's Privacy Commissioner. Alberta's socialist NDP government got into some very hot water after the Conservative opposition discovered the NDP government had deleted nearly 1 million government emails. Some departments even had been encouraging mass deletion of government emails through contests with rewards like iTunes and other gift cards for the quickest, most timely destruction of government documents. But it wasn't just destruction of government documents and emails. No, the NDP also admitted to making sure that often there was no documentation left to destroy. Here it is, buried in an Edmonton Sun story. Cheryl Oates, Notley's communications director, said in an email she was confident nothing was deleted that shouldn't have been. Political staff are encouraged to have face-to-face conversations and group meetings to avoid communications breakdowns or misunderstandings, she said. I think in this instance, we can translate communications breakdowns to freedom of information investigations. In what work environment is a discussion without a paper trail better than one with a paper trail? You know, unless it's your job to try to hide from accountability and skirt records keeping laws. Anyway, it seems the bureaucrats at Alberta Health Services are quick learners. They are making sure their internal office conversations never see the light of day by taking them, quote unquote, offline. They got the message from the Premier's office loud and clear. And that's an unwritten message, of course, because if there are no documents, you don't have to destroy them later on. For the Rebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn-Reid. What you just saw there is the daily video that I do here at The Rebel, but did you know that I have my own weekly full-length show? It's aptly called The Gun Show, and we talk about issues facing Canadians in a way you would never see done in the mainstream media. But to get access to my show and the rest of our incredible premium content, treat yourself to a Rebel subscription today.